paperwork.
Okay.
Great.
But you're gonna have to.
He was going to say something else.
Get the answer you're looking for. Hang on. Suzanne? David Dombrowski. Amy's going too.
I don't think you should do that. I really don't think you should do that.
I gotta bring it alive.
Billy, I think you need, seriously, you need to just think about what you're doing because you're upset.
Okay. What am I missing?
All right, sorry about that. A little late on there. I'm watching these Moneyball clips. I don't know why, but there seems to be a, you know how your algorithm works, right? Good evening, Bill Taylor here, Ken's 5 Digital Center. Blessings to you and yours on this Monday night. And I don't know what it is, but there's some account, and I've noticed it lately, is posting clips from one of my favorite movies, Moneyball. Have you seen Moneyball with Brad Pitt? I just love that true story of Billy Beane and what he did with the Oakland A's. And he's still with the organization. I just learned that a few weeks ago. San Antonio Zoo, executive assistant, her son is in the Oakland A's organization. He's a pitcher. And he came out of a local high school. He's a pitcher in, I think they're AAA. He's almost going to become AA, hopefully this season. And she said that Billy is still a consultant and still works with the A's today. So pretty cool. All right, far from cool on today's highs. Great segue, right? 95 Hondo. Look at the 101 in Del Rio today. 101. Our average high this time of year is 80. We hit 92. 100 Carrizo Springs Eagle Pass. 95 Uvalde. 93 New Braunfels. So our 92 was, well, Bernie's 86. That was the real sore thumb in there, right? 89 Fredericksburg, 93 even at Rock Springs. So let me show you the almanac and where we should be this time of year. 80 is the average high, but 95 was only 3 away. 1961 record stays in the books. 1961. So yeah, hot day today. And it will be a little cooler tomorrow. Let's talk about this front first, okay? This is not a big cold front. You know, that's why I just say front. You know, it's a not as hot front. Although Amarillo's at 48 degrees right now. So that's a real good chill down, right? As opposed to 72 Midland. So the temperatures jump quick. This front is going to essentially wash out just a little farther south from where it is now, maybe to about San Antonio. And then it's expected to retreat as a warm front. So it's so weak that we really won't see much of a weather change with this front. High pressure still bringing in good Gulf moisture. That's going to keep the dew points on the high side. Hanak, what's going on? Good evening. Hey, Lise, good to see you. Vanessa, hello, Shin Time. What's happening in H-Town tonight? Hi, Ann. Little Java Joe on a Monday. So yeah, let me show you what this front, where we will notice its effect will be the winds tomorrow. I think mid-morning winds, east-northeast, but this will be brief. They will gust over 20 miles per hour. They'll bring down the dew point a bit, bring down the temperature a few degrees. We won't be in the 90s tomorrow, that's for sure. And then we're going to stay breezy, but notice as soon as we get into Tuesday evening, those east winds are going to be moving in, and that's really not going to allow the dew points to drop much, because they'll probably maintain it. We're not expecting a big drop in dew point. Let's do the future dew points and see where we're at come Tuesday. Every time, let's see, whenever I go looking, there we go. Let's see what dew points are going to do tomorrow. Most of the week, they're expected to stay in the 60s. A latte. Hi, Ann. Oh, nice. Hey, Carol. Nice to see you, too. Glad you're on. Hi, Karen. Still 80 right now, Medina Lake. So see, the numbers come down a little bit, lower to mid-50s this time tomorrow night. Is that the lowest they'll get? Yeah. Some 40s in the hill country. But then look, they'll start climbing right back up towards the 60s. In fact, that's the forecast for most of this week on where we expect those dew points to live. Mid to upper 60s. Hi, Pamela. Yeah, not a big change, though. I don't expect it to be just a few degrees cooler, a little bit drier for Tuesday afternoon, but then by Tuesday night, Wednesday for sure, clouds are back in. Southeast winds are cooking. In fact, let's go back to these winds and show you what happens beyond Tuesday night. So here's mid-morning, east-northeast, easterly by the afternoon and evening, and then look at that, turning back to the east-southeast as we get into Wednesday, and then a breezy Wednesday afternoon and Wednesday night. Hey, Nana, how are you? Yeah, temperatures won't be impacted too much at all. All right, so let me show you what we've got on the upper level wind pattern and what is down the pike. We've got, first thing you'll see is this big system up to the north. That's what's dragging through the frontal boundary. Remember that as that low you see in the northern plains moves towards the Great Lakes, that's what's going to push that front south and through South Texas tomorrow. Okay, right there. That good deepening trough. Then high pressure keeps us quiet all week, but then here come the changes. This is Easter Sunday. So we could get rain chances in as early as Saturday, isolated, but even on Sunday, isolated is about the best we have. There's Saturday, maybe a few showers west of the city. And isolated in the San Antonio and metro, and even south of us, chances are even less. We are on the southern reach. Like if you look at the letter V, we are where those lines meet on this system, the bottom. And so that's not going to be much. I mean, isolated. You can see where the best convection, where the best energy, lift, and buoyancy is going to occur right up across areas like, gosh, it's going to be near Dallas-Fort Worth, but that's more of the Red River Valley up and into Oklahoma. 2 antennas get married. The ceremony was all right, but the reception was incredible. Did you hear that one? That's good.
Say it again?
2 antennas got married. The wedding was all right, but the reception was fantastic. Hi, Connie. Yeah, hot and breezy week pretty much, Pamela. Tomorrow, the most comfortable before the heat and humidity return quick. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. Yes, Karen. Oh, this oak. My goodness. I need to ask Shannon, our pollen expert, how long she expects this oak season to last. It seems as though the oak is making up for the lack of mountain cedar this year. Cedar season, we got away with one. I promise you. The highest count was 9,000 something. We never got to a 5-digit count on mountain cedar this year. That's incredible. Usually, the peak count in cedar is 20 to 25,000. Routinely goes to 30 and 40,000 every cedar season. 60, I've seen 60, 70. The record is 80,000, 85,000, something like that. It's over 80. Like I said, this year, 9,000. But oak is making up for it. Yesterday, 20,000. Saturday was like 17 or 18,000. Friday was 24,000. I mean, it's just been crazy. And today's over 8,000. Mold's been light, Cather. Mold's been light. Good evening, Christine. There's Christine. She's in. So this will be, a good system that sticks around with a couple of days of rain chances. By Monday, it's gone. So Monday, you can see we get back to a zonal flow, but enough lingering moisture and instability that we do have pop-up showers available in the forecast next week. But first and foremost, happy Easter. Here's Easter weekend. We'll get started with Good Friday. Good Friday, Saturday, Easter Sunday. So the rain chance, and remember, a lot of morning cloud cover, and then I think the clouds will be a little bit more stubborn Friday, Saturday. We won't see as much sunshine. Tomorrow's going to be a really sunny day, really nice day tomorrow. But clouds will be dominating the sky Friday, Saturday, Sunday. Easter Sunday is the best rain chance, but that's still only 30%. Far from a washout. Isolated showers. So, one of the big traditions in San Antonio is camping at the city parks. They lift the curfew. People can stay overnight. They set up camps. In fact, they're probably out there by Wednesday, maybe even earlier, Did we ever determine that, Dave, or anybody?
What's that?
How soon do they stake their claims at city parks?
Oh, for Easter?
Yeah, I want to say like Wednesday. Families will go out, and it's a tradition. And they'll rope off their areas. That they're going to set up tents. They start cooking.
You can probably find that on the Parks and Rec website.
Because they lift the curfew. But yeah, it's very popular, and so it's an important forecast for a lot of those folks who are staying out there. And these isolated showers, I would not change plans. These are fine. But don't be surprised if Saturday or Sunday
You said you found last year's game?
you get a little bit of rain. You too. God bless you, Karen. I know. I do a dance. I'm trying, Bobby. Waiting for Pigweed to show up. It always makes me hungry for a ham sandwich. Yeah, right? That's a good one. All right, let's go to the 14-day, guys. Just show you what we're doing in the last couple of weeks of April already. 85, 87, 90s to wrap up the work week, and then we head into the Easter weekend. 20 to 30% chance of rain starts and stays through probably Thursday of next week. But it doesn't get better than 30%. So everything's going to be isolated if we get anything. Quarter of an inch, half an inch of rain. Certainly not going to be much of an improvement to the drought condition. Hanok's been watching. I've noticed no temps for Cotulla. Yeah, there was something wrong there. I don't know if it's the reporting station or not. Thanks for the reminder. Got to look into that. Christine, late mom, always used to say, if there was rain on Easter Sunday, there would be rain on the next 7 Sundays. Oh, that's interesting. 7, next 7 Sundays. I'll have to watch for that. Not really, Carol. Haven't looked at it. Make sure people use mosquito repellent. Yeah. Yeah, the skeeters are bad. But one thing about the drought is they're not as bad as they could be. They would be a lot worse if we had more moisture and more standing water. So there you have it. Temperatures will cool off a little bit, get a little more seasonal on the final weekend of April. We should be right around 80, but you can see that most of this 14-day forecast temps are above average, well above average this week, and even the beginning of next, and through next work week. But by Friday, we're talking a little more spring-like in San Antonio. Pretty short-lived, right? Only a couple days. No, just rain, Joe. Right now, just isolated. Gabrielle, I love you too. God bless you. All right, guys. Well, that's going to wrap things up. Pretty quiet weather pattern moving forward. Again, just isolated rain chances coming in for Easter weekend. We'll be keeping a close eye on that because as we get into Wednesday, Thursday, high-resolution data will really pinpoint that chance better, the probability, and then also the timing. We start getting into hour by hour, and we'll have a good handle on it. We'll see you on Ken's 5 News at 10. God bless you all. Love you.